We're going to move over now to mythical beasts.
Yes.
Alongside dragons, we've found Nessie. Yes, you recognize there the Loch Ness Monster of Scottish origin. The Loch Ness Monster. The fabled creature that mankind has been hunting for thousands of years. The Loch Ness Monster is believed to be some kind of pliosaur that has managed to endure in the Scottish Loch Ness Lake.
Ooh, really?
Although Nessie doesn't have any powers that we know of, since there's no hard evidence that she actually exists, we include her on the list because of the wonder and fascination she's managed to maintain. Real or not, all this time since the first stories of her presence in the loch way back to 565 AD.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Wow. So, do we have any Scots in the chat with us? How was Brian's Scottish accent?
Yo, where my Scots at? Where my bunny Scots? Out there disappointed in that bunny accent.
For me, that sounded pretty good.
It's alright. I'm better at doing a Scottish accent if I've had a bit to drink, if you know what I mean. And it is 10 a.m., so I'm sipping coffee. So Dark, what's up for 3 months? 11 out of 10 for the accent. Thanks, dear Nina. That is very sweet of you. So surely you guys have heard of the Loch Ness Monster before.
I mean, I've heard stories.
I've heard stories. All right, so we've got 2 lists here, and we're gonna find top 19. Are you Scottish? You're Scottish? Sweet. Thank you guys for the hype on the hype train. Appreciate you all. And Alpaca Lux, welcome back for 17 months. Blop Does a Game is back for 2 months in a row. Good to have you hanging out with the community. We are grateful for your company, you guys. We really are happy to see you. Almost Haley. Whoa there, Veronica. Thank you for the cheers with Yenny to person. Taking those bits. And MG More Easier, sending positive vibes to all of you from Hong Kong.
Oh, hello to you in Hong Kong.
Hello.
Ayan Bautista, welcome back for 20 months. My goodness.
Oh,
My goodness, friend. Oh, the Yeti.
The Yeti.
The abominable snowman from Asia.
Take it away, Amelia.
You might know the abominable snowman by another name. Yeti, perhaps? Or something else. But no matter what you call this creature, all the stories tend to be the same. Somewhere in the mountains, there exists a bipedal, humanoid creature that leaves behind massive tracks, but has never been seen or caught on film. A small Nepalese village claimed to have a Yeti scalp, pictured here, that's over 300 years old.
What?
An analysis, however, showed that the scalp had actually been made out of animal hide, but locals still treat it like a treasure nonetheless. Would you mind scrolling down a tiny bit for me? My darling, thank you. The Yeti myth had endured in part because of the sensationalism surrounding the mystery of the creature's existence, but also thanks to locals who kept the stories alive. Live Science reports that the Yeti falls into the same category as Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster, though there have been reported sightings, but no one has been able to produce hard evidence that the beast is real.
And Oxide FX says their family lives near Loch Ness.
Ooh.
But you've still yet to see Nessie. Keep looking, would you please? Tell all of your family. We need a 24-hour surveillance. If anybody's going to find Nessie, it's going to be us, guys. Also,
Kate, I love that.
yo, and Jericho has got some serious Yeti struts going
Yes.
through. Ooh, and Fire Hayes spinning it out.
Wow.
Ain Bautista, welcome back for 20 months, saying time flies. Right on.
And Sophie, thank you for the gift sub to CP.
Yo, that means gifts hopes.
And Born in Pluto's back for 21 months.
Hey, Pluto, good to see you, friendo. And Sayonara Zero. Thanks for using your Prime, friend. Glad to have you here.
Ooh, look at this.
This is Bigfoot. So some people compare, you got the Yeti, the abominable snowman, or Bigfoot as the same beast, but they are not.
They are not.
Because they have different histories, different political agendas, no doubt.
Tell me, Bri. Tell me about this foot that is big.
All right. Here we are. We have this to say. This big boy is thought to be the missing link between humans and apes. We'd know for sure if only we could find one. The legend of Bigfoot comes from a couple of different places, including Native American mythology and folklore surrounding European wild man stories. All right, see ya. There are people who have dedicated their lives to finding Bigfoot, and there are even photos like the one shown here that offer proof that Bigfoot exists. In fact, Bigfoot has his very own official FBI file.
What?
But so far, despite myriad claims from several sources across the US, no one has managed to definitively prove that Sasquatch exists.
Sasquatch. Alpaca Lux, thank you for the gift sub group hug to Mouse Was Taken. And Toxicity 96, how you doing? Thanks for cheering along. Appreciate you.
So what do you guys think? Between these first three, the Loch Ness Monster, the Yeti or Abominable Snowman, or Bigfoot, which one do you think is most likely?
Yeah.
Which of these first three is most likely to exist in your opinion? What do you think?
I kind of feel like Loch Ness Monster.
Me too. Me too. For some reason, my vote goes for Nessie. I want to say Bigfoot because we've all seen this photo.
Yeah.
But
this
I don't
kind
know.
of just looks like someone in a fuzzy suit to me.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I feel like it is totally possible that deep in a lake, just chilling down there, having some snacks, is the Loch Ness Monster.
It's true.
But,
we never know.
The mountains are big, the Yeti could be out there, and the Bigfoot could be in the forest.
Yeah,
Who knows?
It's true. Ooh, vampires.
Take it away, Amelia.
All right. We can't have a list of mythical creatures without including vampires. The world's most famous vampire is undoubtedly Bram Stoker's Dracula, whose Stoker reportedly modeled after Romanian prince Vlad Tepes, more popularly known as Vlad the Impaler, who is
Vlad.
pictured right here.
Look at that guy.
Live Science notes that while most people can name a few vampiric characteristics, there are actually no set parameters for what a vampire can and can't do because there are no firmly established characteristics.
That's true. It changes in every... Holy
Oh
moly!
my goodness,
Lauren
Warren.
Etawaru with the gift
Lauren.
subs. Thank you, Lauren, for the 10 gift subs to the community.
Thanks
Appreciate
so much,
that.
Lauren.
Very much. And Alpaca Lux as well with 2 gift subs. We appreciate you guys. And if you're new here for the first time, check out the starter kit. It's a green button just below the video. It'll show you how to come join us on our subscriber chats, Jericho and Zen Garden on Discord, as well as use all the features on Twitch. No ads for subscribers.
All right. The vampires we're familiar with today are the ones that tend to be glamorous. They're rich and good looking, but still have to suck down blood to survive. And that has been the common denominator across time. Vampires need blood to survive.
Oh, Amelia and I have started watching True Blood again very
Yes.
recently.
Yes.
Like 2 days ago.
Like 2 days ago.
And I have noticed that they mention the same thing, that, you've got different interpretations of what vampires can and can't do.
Exactly.
And they justify it in True Blood that, the vampires would want to keep that information to themselves.
Yeah.
Vampires don't want everyone to know how they can be caught or what makes them weak.
And for those of you who might be interested in watching True Blood, if you haven't watched it, you can watch it for free even if you don't have an HBO subscription right now. So,
What?
Yeah, that's true.
Where?
On HBO Go.
You guys, True Blood is free right now on HBO Go. Go check it out.
But only for a limited period of time.
So watch it
And
fast.
know that it is definitely an adult show. So
That's true. Zombies. Number 9. Zombies have instilled terror in our hearts ever since they hit the silver screen in films like Night of the Living Dead, and 28 Days Later. Shows such as The Walking Dead, perhaps you've heard. However, these creatures have been terrorizing Haitian culture for far longer than a few decades.
Really?
The ancient Greeks seemed to fear an uprising of the dead as they buried people with stones on top of their bodies in order to prevent them from leaving their graves. History notes that in the 17th century, slaves on sugarcane plantations worked under grueling conditions, and that necromancy, an undead afterlife, represented the horrific plight of slavery. In the voodoo religion, there are also bokors, practitioners who have the power to reanimate the dead. Zombies are terrifying, especially with the facelift they've received in recent years thanks to advancements in technology. Movie zombies are fast and lethal. They're absolutely ravenous for human flesh, and nothing, save for a bullet to the head, can stop them, since they're already technically dead.
Or a shovel to the head.
A shovel to the head,
Just
a rocket
basically
launcher
anything
to the head.
Yeah,
Pretty much anything you want to just kind of...
to the head.
Yep. How about
Yeah.
this, though? What
Hey,
is...
whoa there, Veronica. Thanks for the cheers saying zombie, zombie.
Nope. That's enough. That's enough of that, then.
Ooh, the Jersey Devil from America. The Jersey Devil haunts New Jersey's Pine Barrens and has been reportedly been around since 1735. This creature is grotesque in appearance, and you can see in the depiction having a horse-like head with some kind of horned protrusions, and walks on two hind legs which end in cloven hooves. Oh, creepy. Some versions of the Jersey Devil myth state that the creature was born to one of Daniel Leeds' wives, who was a witch. Shortly
Boy.
after the beast was
I'm
born...
not a witch, I'm your wife.
I had that same thought. Shortly after the beast was born, it sprouted wings, let out a loud screeching yell, and flew off into the night.
Ugh.
The fact that there is no evidence that any kind of creature even remotely similar to the Jersey Devil could ever exist haven't stopped people from reporting sightings.
Man, if I saw this one, I'd freak out. I'll take all of the other ones
You know
over
what
this
I
thing.
think? You know what I think this was? I think this was a horse, and somebody had a really intense fever, and they saw it as a devil horse.
You think it's a fever dream?
Yeah, I do.
I just don't like...
There's no evidence.
It's the skinny little back legs.
Yeah.
And the long neck. I don't trust it.
I think that was a fever dream horse.
Yo, Mac, we are doing our Curiosity Chill where we pick a topic to study together. We do this every Tuesday at this time. And you guys have chosen dragons and other mythical creatures. So right now we're finding out about the origins of these mythical beasts like sirens.
Sirens.
Their origins are Greek. Sirens are another mythological species that have found a home in modern times. There are movies and TV shows about the seductresses with beautiful and enchanted singing voices who draw sailors to their deaths. Sirens are also mentioned in Homer's Odyssey, where Odysseus famously had his crew tie him to the mast of his ship because he wanted to hear the siren's song. Odysseus was cautious, and has his crew fill their ears with wax so that they would be unaffected by the sounds.
Smart.
And it worked.
Yay!
Sirens are sometimes mentioned interchangeably with harpies, another kind of mythological creature who are half bird, half human. But it varies myth to myth. Besides the fact that there are lots of tales, sirens also appear as mermaids. We included them on our list because having the ability to kill someone with the sound of your voice is both wild and horrifyingly unique.
Yes.
Virtual Netscape, thank you for the cheers with Almost Haley and Toxic City. We appreciate you guys. Thank you, Vero. Oh, the Starbucks logo looks like a siren. Yeah.
It does. With double tails.
Double tails.
The werewolf. Unknown origin. Look at this werewolf go. Jeez.
Wait, you mean like Jed the werewolf on CW's The Legacies, played by the Ben Levin?
Yes.
More deets.
The werewolf myth is so prevalent across multiple cultures that it's hard to pinpoint exactly where it originated. I'm awake. Originated. Werewolves have had their stories told millions of times over, with each iteration giving the creature a different power, a different reason to shift from human into a beast, and providing humans with different methods of killing them. Although a silver bullet usually seems the best way to go. Greek mythology introduced werewolves into its lore with the tale of the king of Arcadia, Lycaon, who tried to serve a sacrificed child for Zeus to eat. Really?
Tasty.
The story goes that Zeus was so angry at Lyason's crass offering that he turned the king and all of his sons into werewolves. There is also Fenrir, the beast from the Norse pantheon, who, although not a werewolf per se, deserves an honorable mention for being the gnarliest wolf ever. Norse mythology says that Fenrir, the son of Loki and Agrabota, would bring about Ragnarok and devour Odin. There are German versions of the fabled werewolf, and countless movies and television shows that have been made surrounding this mythological beast, which is why it has earned a spot on this list.
Yo, an Afro Muddy, thank you for the gift sub to Emma Purple Black. Welcome. We're grateful for you being here. Thank you for the gift sub.
Yeah.
And ATSP88's back for 4 months as well. Good to see you, friends.
What?
What is that?
That
I
is
have
a chicken.
a basilisk?
That is a chicken snake.
A basilisk?
A snake chicken.
Do you know this? Have you guys seen this thing before? I have never in my life seen this.
A rooster snake.
A rooster trouble. Some reports say the basilisk, I'm going to say basilisk, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Originated in Italian lore, while others say it was born from Greek mythology.
Amidala said that's her without coffee.
Yeah, that's everyone. This is Amidala without coffee. It's the wings and the he's got a rooster, he got dragon wings, and then like a serpent's tail. Very cool.
Yeah, a snake tail.
Similar. Okay, so the basilisk has the power to kill people with a single glance.
Whoa.
Similar to Medusa, although the two are not interchangeable.
Yeah, no.
The creature emerged from a rooster's egg after being incubated by a toad and had the power to wither landscapes with its breath.
Yo.
What?
What?
The basilisk has been around for a long time, with the earliest written reports dating back to mention in Pliny the Elder's Natural History in 79 AD.
Whoa.
Oh my. The basilisk has often been referred to as the king of serpents and has been described in varying detail as being a mix of snake and rooster. The basilisk is the very definition of saying, if looks could kill. This is why we included the creature in our ranking. Anything that can kill people with a single glance and has rancid breath is pretty badass and terrifying and gross.
Yes. Okay, so what kind of sound do you think this creature makes?
Hello, Governor. No, I think he's probably like a
Piercing shriek.
yeah, like you know how a peacock makes a sound,
Oh
like
yeah, it's a little abrupt, and it kind of bursts your eardrums instantly.
Yo, Orange Juice, thank you for the bits. Good to see you. Come here and hang out with us. Get that relaxation vibe on. We're glad to have. Ooh, a hiss mixed with a rooster screech. Oh, number 4, the Minotaur.
The Minotaur, whose birth name was Asterion, is another fabled creature from Greek mythology. The Minotaur was part man, part bull. The product... Oh.
I clicked the wrong thing.
That made it very large.
1 second, guys.
That's a peacock.
This is going poorly. Undo. Hold on, we have zoomed in far too much.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. That's much better.
I'm trying to make it so Amelia can read this.
I'm just leaning forward, Brian. It's okay.
Okay, well, let's give it another go.
All right. The Minotaur was part man, part bull, the product of an affair between Queen Pasiphae? Is that it right? Pasiphae?
I'm gonna go Pasiphae.
Pasiphae. And a bull. What? Nah. Hence the Minotaur's weird anatomy. Honey, no. Honey, no. In order to keep the Minotaur and his ravenous hunger for humans locked away, Daedalus,
And his son Icarus.
You know, the one who flew too close to the sun, built a maze to contain it at the behest of King Minos, Pasiphae's husband. Okay. To sate the Minotaur's appetite and keep him within the confines of the maze, the creature was offered human sacrifices. The Minotaur, who is said to have grown into a monstrous evil beast, lived in the maze until the hero, Theseus, killed it.
Whoa. And do you guys know how Theseus was able to get through the labyrinth to the Minotaur and back out again?
No.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Does anyone here know how he was able to get in through the labyrinth, kill the Minotaur, and get back out? Lavender does. A thread! It's true! A string from his lady love!
Oh.
Lots of string. He tied a string outside, went in through the labyrinth, followed it all the way to the Minotaur. Well, found the Minotaur in the labyrinth, but then was able to get back out again by following the string. It's true.
Oh, I did not know that.
Good for you guys to know the magic thread.
Mary Pocket, welcome back for 1 whole year.
Yo, turning blue.
Yay.
Good to see you. And Lumix, thanks for the cheers. This is Chimera. It is Greek. The mythological Chimera is a terrifying creature that features a fire-breathing lion's head attached to a goat's body ending in a serpent's tail. There are various versions of what the Chimera actually looks like, with some iterations giving the creature 3 heads: a lion, a goat, and a dragon, among other interesting interpretations. According to Greek mythology, the Chimera is the offspring of the monster Typhus, and his partner Echidna, who is half woman, half snake. And if I'm not mistaken, Echidna was a gorgon like Medusa, but I'm going to double check that right now. In scientific terms, the Chimera is an organism with 2 or more genotypes. A fetus that has absorbed a deceased twin, for instance, is a Chimera. Some believe that Chimera is actually the personification of Mount Chimera, a long-gone mountain that was always on fire in Turkey. Do you have any friends in Turkey tuning in that know more about this than I do? Based on its gnarly anatomy and fire-breathing abilities, the Chimera sits in the top 3 on this list.
Wow.
So the Echidna is this real-life spiny anteater. I can show you here. Pretty cute. Let's see if I can... There he is.
Oh.
So this is the real-life one. And let's see about mythology. Here we go. A half-woman, half-snake creature. She was the wife of Typhon, who is the father of all monsters, the most fearsome and dangerous monster in mythology.
Whoa.
Right? Some of the most famous children were Cerberus, who you know as the 3-headed hound who guards the gates to the underworld, or in Sorcerer's Stone, you know, a little bit of Cerberus action there. Also, the mother of the Hydra, a multi-headed serpent who grew 2 heads when one was cut off, and the Gorgon sisters, the best known being Medusa. So she's the mother of Medusa. All right. Number 2, The one you've all been waiting for. The dragon. Live Science reports that a huge flying serpents were described at least as early as the age of the ancient Greeks and Sumerians, and notes that interpretations have varied across cultures. In some parts of the world, such as China, dragons were revered or viewed as gods, and in others, they were feared, especially after Christianity became widespread, since many people associated them with Satan or Leviathan. Dragons are badass. They can breathe fire, fly, and are kind of indestructible. These creatures also have endured through the centuries, becoming especially popular in the last couple of years thanks to book series turned smash hit TV show Game of Thrones. That's why they came in second in this ranking. So their origin is unknown, although several cultures, included those in America, India, and China, have myths regarding these creatures.
The bee's knees, how you doing?
Hey, Bee's Knees, thanks for using your Prime, and welcome aboard. Who's your guys' favorite dragon? I see some love for Toothless right now.
Aw, yeah, Toothless.
And how do you train a dragon? If only they had some sort of introductory film. Here we are.
All right, what's number one?
The Kraken.
The Kraken from Nordic folklore.
Want me to take this one?
Nordic folklore. All right.
Ace the Dragon, Spyro, Mushu.
Draco.
Trogdor, the Burninator. Minecraft Ender Dragon. Ooh, Parthenax. Look at all these beautiful Smaug, yes, Smaug, of course. Silvara, and here's the Kraken.
The Kraken.
From Nordic folklore.
The mythical Kraken is one of the scariest monsters ever imagined. One of the earliest mentions of the gigantic cephalopod. Is that how you say it? Cephalopod?
Sure.
Okay. Cephalopod came from the Swedish king Sverre of Norway in 1180. It was said that the creature was so massive it could eat maritime crews whole and sink ships in an instant. Although descriptions of the beast in folklore vary to some degree, the general consensus is that the Kraken was likely Architethus?
Yeah, that's a giant squid.
Yeah, that's a giant squid. We put the Kraken in our number one spot because it's one of the most fearsome creatures in the world, and it's based off of an animal that actually exists.
Cool.
Ooh.
And Grave Lily, thank you for the gift sub group hug. With all those krakeny arms, Grave Lily embraces you with a gift sub group hug. Taylor and Chortle and Memphis and Ace and Dave, welcome aboard. Check out that starter kit and be sure to toss a coin to your Grave Lily. Appreciate you very much. The Kraken of Nordic folklore. So we have a couple other ones here we pulled up, but the Kraken was number one on this list as well.
Oh, yeah.
Followed by the Griffin. Here's a picture of a griffin.
Yes.
Look at that. Look at that griffin. A griffin is an intimidating blend of two different predators. I'm going to share this link with the moderators so they can share it with you if you'd like to read ahead or read it later. An intimidating blend of two different predators, the griffin was said to possess the body and back legs of a lion, as well as the wings, beak, and talons of a hawk or eagle. Tales of the flying behemoths most likely originated in the Middle East, but they later became a popular motif in ancient Greek literature. The griffin legend was later picked up in the 14th century as largely fictional travelogue by Sir John Mandeville, who described the creatures as more strong than 8 lions and 100 eagles.
Yo!
Griffins were revered for their intelligence and dedication to monogamy. They supposedly mated for life, and they could also be ferocious. The beasts ripped flesh with their razor-sharp talons, and they were known to fly their victims to great heights before dropping them to their deaths. According to researcher Adrian Mayer, legends of the griffin could be inspired by early encounters with dinosaur fossils. Scythian nomads in Central Asia have stumbled across the bones of dinosaurs Protoceratops and mistook them for bird-like creatures, resulting in the myth of this terrifying flying beast. But moreover, the manticore,
What?
the most hideous beast. The manticore is unseeable. I do not like it.
No, that is the thing to see. One of the most forbidding of all mythical creatures, the manticore was a bloodthirsty quadruped that supposedly sported the head of a blue-eyed man, the auburn body of a lion, and the stinging tail of a scorpion. The legend of this deadly hybrid first began with Greek authors such as Ctesias, who chronicled it in a book about India. Ctesias
Do not like it.
Ctesias and others describe the manticore as having 3 rows of teeth like a shark and a tuneful bellow that sounded like a trumpet. Most terrifying of all, it had an insatiable appetite for human flesh. After using its blistering speed to chase down its prey, the beast was said to slash them with its claws or sting them with its tail before devouring all bones and everything in one piece. Rah! Okay. The manticore was even capable of paralyzing or killing its victims from a distance by firing stingers from its tail as if it was from a bow.
Whoa, he shoots spikes out of this tail? I mean, I see a lot of you guys saying you like his haircut and nothing else.
Yeah, he definitely has like a good hairstyle, which is strange with the rest of everything else.
Yeah, it's not good. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Oh, our friend is back. The basilisk we learned about, who screeches and kills you with one look. Let's move past that. Don't look too long. Ooh, but what about this now? Here, this is the Blemye. Oh, God. Get ready, friends. Get ready for the Blemye. Along with legends of grotesque monsters and sea creatures, ancient and medieval travelers often returned to Europe with tales of so-called wild men living in the unmapped regions of Asia and Africa. One of the most unusual groups was the Blemye, a race of hairy primitives who lacked heads but had a face situated on their upper body. The tribe first appeared in Herodotus' The Histories, where they were described as species of headless men from North America who have eyes in their chests. References to the Blemye or creatures like them later cropped up in writings of Pliny the Elder and reports of Sir Walter Raleigh, and even in Shakespeare's Othello. Their exotic appearance served as an object of both fascination and disgust for Europeans, and they became the most common motif in folklore and art in the pre-Enlightenment era. Other famous wild men included Psychopedis, who had a single leg with a foot so large it could double as a parasol. The cannibalistic
Yeah.
And, of course, the Cynocephali, a race of creatures with the bodies of men and the heads of dogs.
Yo.
We are the knights who say, "Meh, meh, meh." The Rock.
The Rock.
Round the rough and ragged rock, the rugged rascal ran. The Rock, Amelia, is a popular myth among travelers and merchants, a giant bird of prey, rumored to be so strong it could snatch an elephant from the ground.
Whoa.
What? Stories of the giant fowl originated in Arabic fairy tales and mythology before making their way to the West in accounts by travelers like Marco Polo. who noted the rock's preferred hunting method was to drop its victims from deadly heights and then prey upon the carcass.
Oh yeah, like an eagle.
Uh-huh. The Moroccan wanderer Ibn Battuta later wrote that he once confused a rock for a floating mountain because of its size. And another legend stated the wingspan typically described as being 50 feet. Also so huge, it could blot out the sun.
Wow.
Researchers have since suggested that the rock legends may be partially inspired by sightings of so-called elephant birds, a species of massive, flightless birds that existed in Madagascar until as recently as the 17th century.
Wow.
You guys want to see an elephant bird?
Yeah.
Because this is going to break your mind. I think I have seen an elephant bird, and I don't even know. I don't even know right now. Let's get some images up of these elephant birds. Look at that elephant bird.
Oh.
Right? Look at these guys. It's like a mega ostrich.
Yeah.
Holy cow. I don't know. Wow. What do you think about that? But this
A
guy's
giant
flightless.
ostrich, yeah.
So if they assumed this thing could fly, ooh wee.
Well, this thing wouldn't drop a
Man-
creature from the...
Nah. This thing wouldn't drop me because I wouldn't go near it. I will hide from this guy. Hooey!
Wow. All right.
That's quite an interesting dose of creatures we've found.
Quite.
Does anybody have a favorite one that they saw today besides obviously this manticore?
Oh, God.
Oh, let's get past that. Back to the Kraken. That's a peaceful way to be. Oh, my friends. Thank you guys for joining us here today. We really appreciate you all chilling with us. Our next stream is on Wednesday.
Yes, tomorrow we will be playing Animal Crossing for our Wholesome Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 6 hours later than whatever time it is for you right now. So if you want to join us on the island of Zenico, it is great, it is grand.
It is great.
Has oranges.
It is super chill. It is the chillest possible game ever.
Lex Legion, thank you for the gift sub to Savage Wanderer 101.
Yo, much appreciated. Thank you, friend.
And then on Friday, we're going to be playing the final DLC of Spider-Man.
Yes.
Which is the Silver Lining with Silver Sable.
We hope you can join us. And Zelda Breath of the Wild continues on Saturday. We just started that this week. And Beyond Two Souls is on Sunday at noon, which is 1 hour later than whatever time it is for you right now. And if anybody is interested in joining the start of our playthrough of Spider-Man, I've just uploaded it to our YouTube today.
Nice.
And I'll continue to do so. So if you missed Spider-Man in the first playthrough, we are uploading that as well. If you want to, check it out. Appreciate you guys all being here. Help us decide where we should raid. We've got some awesome options of raids. Thank you to our moderators for finding these. We've got number 1. You can type 1 into the chat for a Shakespeare reading of The Winter's Tale. Number 2, painting a model of a dragon.
Ooh.
Or number 3, playing music in a one-man band. Where should we raid? Where could we go? How far are we in Beyond Two Souls? This Sunday is going to be the finale.
Oh, wow.
We've played about 75% of the game, I guess, and we'll
Yeah.
probably have about 2 or 3 hours of the game left. So come join us on Sunday for the finale, and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is just begun
Yes.
on Saturdays.
We have never played it before, so this is our first time.
Yes, good to see you guys all here. 1 for Shakespeare's The Winter Tale. Number 2 for painting a model of a dragon, and number 3 for playing music in a one-man band. Thank you for everybody who cheered today, and we appreciate you guys retweeting to invite your friends, helping us get the word out about our streams. And we will see you next on Wednesday evening or
Tomorrow.
Friday. Yeah, tomorrow. All right, we appreciate you guys. It looks like we're going on a dragony raid, which is perfect
Yeah, it
for
fits.
times like these. All righty, here we go. If you've never done a raid before, all you got to do is stay put right where you are, and we're going to teleport over to this channel together. You can spam them with lots of emotes, Give them some follows if you like what they're up to, and we will see you guys on stream very soon.
Yes, thank you for joining us. I hope you have a stupendous time zone.
Yeah.
Stay healthy.
Take good care of each other. We appreciate you guys all being here with us. It's time for a nice big raid. Here we go. 3,
2,
1.
raid!